Greetings, YouTube. Now that the summer camp event is coming to an end, I think it's important to look at this event critically and objectively and talk about the strengths and weaknesses and really what Kabam can learn from for next year and hopefully years after that if they can, well, actually have the game survive another couple years. You never know. So, if you are somehow new to this, we had as a community for a long time, we're talking about years and years, a Summoner Appreciation Calendar. Now, it used to be like a month. Heck, I think the first time that they did it was like a week. It was really good rewards that were just for a week or two, maybe a month. That's where we saw the battle chip and gold boost, the experience boost, etc. We had free alliance quests. Now, Kabam did something really smart, and I was universally excited about this. They took what was a 1 to 2 week or maybe 1 month event, and they spread it for a couple years over the whole summer. We're talking about you needing to log in every day for 3 to 4 months, or about the same time frame as this new event, to get the rewards. There was no catch. If you logged in at any time during that day, you would get the reward. And at the end, for so many players who were struggling with progression, you got insane rewards. Not just like 6-star shards, because of course those are still a gamble. You got great rank up materials like fully formed tier 2 alpha, tier 5 basic catalysts, 5-star generic awakening gems, or I guess I should say gem. It's not multiple. But, you know, units, potions, revives, all the goodies that you'd hope to get maybe in like a compensation package. But Kabam, without really much notice in 2021, took it away. And they repackaged it in a pay-to-play, some of it's free, some of it's not. Almost reminds me of like going to Disneyland, but if you want a fast pass, or you want to skip ahead to the front of the line, you're going to be paying $5 a week, or maybe, as you can see since I haven't purchased it, $15 for the Summoner Resort Pass. And so they basically are like, we'll give you like half of the stuff for free. And then you can double that stuff if you give us $15. Now, $15 is not a bad price at all. That's what so many people pay every month for like the Black ISO store and the unit monthly discount deal. I would have happily paid it immediately had they done this in addition to the free calendar. I'm not saying they can't try to make money off of this. They just don't replace what already was working so well. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And so over the course of 3+ months, 98 days, we started with all the way to the top. And don't worry, I'm not going to go through this. I don't want this to be a 20-minute video. That would be absolutely brutal. But we started in the first day with 5,000 gold, which is like 5 cents worth of gold. And then you start to get boosts and tier 1 catalysts and small energy and 3-star shards. You get a couple of units. We're going to talk about these fidget spinner looking things in a moment. Still some pathetic gold. Now we're upgrading the catalyst a little bit and the 3-star shards. But the units are basically like the best part of this. A couple of weird selectors, mainly for beginners. And so then, you're a month in. Tier 3 catalysts, your units go from 10 to 20. Still similar in terms of some of the compensation. 20,000 gold is still so pathetic. But then you get full energy refills instead of small energy ones. And now 2 months in, with another energy refill, you get a 3-star crystal. What is this, 2015? But eventually, once you get like to, because you get these 6 tier 3 class selectors, which is pretty cool, 50 units. Once you get to day 70, it starts to get pretty good, right? More energy refills. You get a Grandmaster crystal. You get a profile pic selector. I forgot about that. But the units are nice. 50 units. Then you start getting these weird Ascendant crystals, which always feel like something I even forget's in the game. 3-star generic awakening gem. Day 84, 200 units. Awesome. We're finally at $10 worth of gold. And then you get 200 more units. And lastly, because I wanted to claim this on camera, you get a level 3 Alliance Team Revive, which is pretty cool, and 500 units, including a Awakening Gem token. Now, I don't know about you, but this token system is stupid. It's confusing, it's unnecessary, and it really does take away some of the choice of a classic store that the game usually does for like a side quest event. Imagine if they didn't give us different colors of tokens. They just gave us currency. We've seen that so often in the game. So you could go to the summer canteen, and a canteen implies choice. And instead of having to purchase things until you run out of tokens, and you have to do it in order, so you can see like this is locked, for example. You got to spend 10 times or more tokens and complete Act 3. So there's progression tied to it, but you've also got to buy them in order. And all this stuff right now, since I've paid nothing for it, is locked away. Like the good stuff, right? The 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal, the 6-star shards, Tier 3 Alpha, more 6-star shards, Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments, more 6-star shards, 5-star Generic Awakening Gem. And all this stuff would have normally been free, right? And so now you got to get the $15 to get the double of the rewards. Now, I don't need a 5-star Generic Awakening Gem. I already have 2. I've been holding on to them for years. Cavalier Crystals would have been fun to purchase, but I probably would have stuck with a combination of those, but also maybe some Tier 2 Alphas, some Tier 5 Basic, and again, probably the 6-star shards. And so I would have chosen those only. I wouldn't have gone for the 4-star shards or the Tier 4 Basic or the 4-star 6 stones, even though I had to purchase those to advance to this sort of awkward middle ground where I'm stuck. If there's one thing I like about this, in a way, it's that you have to do fights every day, and that might actually take away, in theory, some of like the Autobot problems. Autobot sounds like I'm talking about Transformers. But, then again, if bots are running arenas all day, every day, they're going to do a lot more than 10 fights, especially if they count. So I don't know what the solution is there. I just missed the login calendar. I think if they keep this for next year, they need to bring back what worked. I like the units that are in this. I hate the tokens. They should never, ever, ever use this token system again. It's just dumb and confusing and makes me feel like I'm a toddler chasing after a worthless ball. I also think they got to make the rewards a little bit better depending on your progression level. 5 6-star 6 stones, really, really pathetic amount. 5-star Awakening Gems are not that big a deal for a lot of Thronebreaker players. Tier 3s are good. 6-star shards could increase. But this time next year, we got to see at least a little bit of Tier 6 Basic Catalyst Fragments and Tier 3 Alpha. I'm not saying it has to be a ton, but it's got to be something. Kabam, I wanted to give you my money, and I would have happily done it had you just done this exact event in addition to the Summoner Appreciation Calendar. But when you didn't, it felt like Summoner Depreciation, and that was just a step in the wrong direction that I couldn't justify on this channel or encourage people to spend, though I know quite a few people, of course, still did. Sometimes you got to take a stand, even if it costs you resources, and $15 is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, but standing up to a really dumb idea that had more cons than pros is certainly worth it. Did you like this event? Do you agree the token system is dumb? How would you improve it next year? Would you bring back the Summoner Appreciation Calendar on top of this? Let me know in the comments below, assuming that is in 2022, the game even still exists.